folks, this is Bushwhacker Beth with another episode of the Honey Badger Hunt. This week we're going to catch that honey badger with all the education we got from my alma mater, HBU. On this week's episode, we're going to go through some reader mail, see where that honey badger's been getting to, and then we have an exclusive eyewitness account of a run-in with the actual honey badger. That is something that you do not want to miss. And then finally, we're going to try to set the grandest trap to finally get ourselves a honey badger. This is stuff you don't want to miss. So join me after the break and we'll start with viewer mail. And welcome back to the Honey Badger Hunt with Bushwhacker Beth. Like I promised before the break, we got some reader mail here. Photos to go along with it to see where that honey badger has been getting to. This photo was taken by a cross-country traveler who happened to capture the honey badger in her natural, relaxed state. Notice how her second chin pulls her head up ever so precariously. It's really a wonderful sight. Next, we have this photo that was taken at a local watering hole where the honey badger was feeding. It's kind of blurry, but you can definitely see the distinct outline of that honey badger. We have a special guest today with us. His name is Kitty. He's here to tell us about his encounter with the honey badger. Hi Kitty, welcome to Honey Badger Hunt. Can you tell us about your encounter with the honey badger?
Thanks, Bushwhacker Beth, for having me on the show. You know, I had heard about the existence of the honey badger, but never really thought I would experience her for myself. I have to say, while my experience was scary, it was also quite riveting. And I gotta tell you, it was kind of like I was in a movie.
Fascinating. Now, can you tell us about the actual encounter?
Sure, Bushwhacker. My husband and I were out on a romantic picnic, and we had just opened a box of wine.
I know what that's like.
Just to kind of get the romantic vibe going. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see this blur. More like a shuffle, now I think about it. Suddenly, our box of wine just disappeared. I had heard stories about this happening to other people, but honestly, I never thought it would happen to myself.
Were you able to reclaim your precious nectar from the honey badger?
Sadly, no, we did not. But once she got that wine, her shuffle turned in lightning speed, and off that box of wine went.
That's a simply amazing story. I'm glad you're here to tell us about it. Thank you for recounting it, and stay safe out there from the honey badger.
Thank you.
As I promised at the beginning of the show, we're going to try to capture that elusive honey badger. And we're going to be using the most coveted nutritional source that she knows, boxed wine. You say, Bushwhacker Beth, she won't fall for that. She's too cunning, too elusive. And I will say, you're right. But I learned some things at HBU, and one of those things is to think big. And that is how we're going to get that honey badger. I've contacted the local winery, and we've created the biggest box of wine the honey badger has ever seen. And she's sure not to make off with that. So we're going to get her. So let's go to the videotape of us catching that darn honey badger. Hi everybody, it's Bushwhacker Beth, and I'm in the field where we have set the honey badger trap. Take a look at this phenomenon. I've procured the giant box of wine, and if you look closely, I've set the nectar trap. So now we just wait for the honey badger.
Goddamn fucking honey badger trap you عن أصلك ابن الكلب, you piece of shit. I hate you. Goddamn.
Honey badger! Oh my god!
Honey badger don't give a shit.